Hello and welcome to the 2024 edition of the Security Middle East Conference. I'm delighted to be joined today with Mohsan Tanvir, who is representing Magnet Forensics as our exclusive digital forensics partner of today's conference here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Mohsan, first of all, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
There's a lot of energy here today and there's a lot of people here to discuss various aspects of security, operational, physical, cyber. But I want to learn more about Magnet Forensics. So, first of all, what is digital forensics? What do you do?
Very good. So basically, digital forensic and incident response, this is what we do. So we provide solutions. So the idea of digital forensic is there's something that happened in the organization. So typically, it will be a type of incident. And the idea is to understand why it happened and how it happened. So it will be a type of investigation. So we're coming to the incident response part. And that's the idea.
Thank you, Mohsan. And I've come to learn that Magnet Forensics have become somewhat of a global leader in digital investigations. What exactly do you think made your company the go-to in that market?
Yeah, so I think in terms of digital forensic, Magnet Forensic has a unique selling point. So the first thing, the company was actually founded by a digital forensic investigator who was at that time working actually in the police. That means today we're very strong with law enforcement. We're working with 140 countries. Most of the countries in Middle East are covered. And now digital forensic is now for the past 5 years becoming a big topic, especially for organizations that want to make sure that the safety of their organization is well done. And this is where our tool, because of the focus being on investigating people and making their life easier, saving them time and making sure that they quickly understand what's the risk for the organization and that they quickly safeguard the organization. By doing all of these things, I think our tools are pretty unique in the market.
Fantastic. It's really good to hear about the different sort of sectors, the verticals that you're working in, and we've been learning a lot today, and I know we're going to learn a lot from you during your keynote speech here at the conference. Part of your role here at the conference is to shape transformative change in our industry, not just in Saudi Arabia, but in the wider Middle East market. How important do you think conferences like this are to the industry? And on a wider scale, how do they positively impact the market?
Yeah, so I think conferences like this are super important. The first thing is this is actually still a subject that many people never heard about, or are not sure that how it's handled inside their organization. Organizations here are wide. You will have people focusing on the detection, for example, using EDR type of tools, and they say I think I'm covered. But basically, discussing with them live, explaining them what we do. This is the only way for them to really understand the topic. And I notice, especially in the region in Middle East, there's a huge people want to understand things, want to make sure they stay on top of everything, because what they do is important.
Probably the final thing that I'd like to know from you, the question is are you planning to expand in the Middle East region? I'm sure we know the answer to that already. The answer is yes, but I'd like to know exactly how Magnet Forensics plan to grow themselves, but also support the expansion in the market.
Yeah, so folks, I think for this question is a very important topic in the region, and rather than speaking about our organization expansion, I also want to speak about the situation here. This is a region that is expanding super fast. Things are changing from one year to another. You come back to some people were not back in Riyadh for 5 years. They do not recognize the city, and we have to be here to help and support the expansion of the region. So of course we will be there. We will provide the solutions to make sure that the organizations and the companies here can safeguard and develop. They have a very fast development cycles. So that's not other regions where things steadily improve. Here it seems it's a young country, Saudi Arabia, for example, where we are today. There's a young population. There's a lot of big projects going fast. So yes, we will be there and we will support them.
Absolutely, and I think it's really interesting that you touch upon the giga projects that are happening in this kingdom. We're hearing a lot about that today, and it's that expansion that the companies here are trying to support, and I know that Magnet Forensics are putting in a lot of effort to try and protect the future of this country and this wider region. So Mohsan, it's been fantastic chatting with you today, and I'm really looking forward to your keynote speech later. I wish you the best of luck with that, and obviously our viewers at home will be able to watch your keynote presentation as well online. So please do find out more about magnet forensics. Please do feel free to reach out to Mohsan, who's one of the fantastic collaborators here at the 2024 Security Middle East Conference. And thank you again, Mohsan, for joining us.
Thanks for your time.